in circle O. So already if it says it's circle O, that means O is the center. So that's something that's very important. Next part, here it says chord line segment KA intersects diameter line segment YN at S. Now, first of all, before we continue, you have to understand if we have a diameter cuts the circle in half. Well, the full circle is 360 degrees. And so if the diameter cuts a circle in half, that means each of the arc is 180. So this arc over here, that's 180 degrees. And this arc over here, that's 180 degrees. So that's something to keep aware of. Next, let's continue reading. Here it says, if the measure of arc YK is 120, so let me highlight that in a different color. So measure of arc YK is 120 degrees. Now, although we might not need this, let's just go ahead and fill in some information. So like we mentioned already, the diameter cut the circle in half, so this whole arc was 180. So to find this arc here, we would do 180 minus 120, which is 60. So this arc here is 60 degrees. Okay, now let's continue reading. Here we have the measure of arc YA is 105. So the measure of arc YA is 105. And like we mentioned just in the other side, if this whole arc is 180, we can find this arc right here by doing 180 minus 105. So even before finish reading the problem, I was able to find a lot of parts to the circle. So that arc, that squiggly arc is 75 degrees. Now going back to the question, it says, what is the measure of angle ASN? So measure of angle ASN. So this is the question mark. That's what we want to find. Now, there's two types of angles that are formed with circles. Angles formed inside and angles formed outside. And I call these angles formed inside because it's formed by intersecting chords. When you want to find angles formed inside, you're going to add the arcs and divide it by 2. So let's look over here. So this is the angle I want to look at. And whatever angle you want to look at, you have to look at the arcs that it opens up to. So this angle I want to solve for opens up to arc 75. So I have 75 plus. Now remember, in the beginning of the year, we learned these two angles are vertical, so they're the same. So now if I look at this angle here, this angle opens up to arc 120. So once again, when you want to find the angles formed inside the circle, you add the arcs and divide it by 2. You're adding the arcs that it opens up to. So we have 75 plus 120, which is 195, divided by 2, that's 97.5 degrees. So this angle that we wanted to find was 97.5 degrees.